today we will go to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife where we will be bird watching. It's gonna be so much fun. Hi, sheep! Okay, I swear it looks like a sheep from a distance.
It's the biggest flying sheep I've ever seen.
I think it's a herring.
A herring? That's a fish.
No, the heron!
Babe, we are not bird watching. We are Thunderbird watching.
Oh!
We didn't come to the bird watching place intentionally. We're just here, and I'm pretty sure everybody's post. Welcome to what is possibly the first episode of Cars and Bars with Brian and Marley.
Hello.
You perhaps know who I am, probably not, but I run this day in Automotive History, and we were fortunate enough today to get our hands on a 1955 Ford Thunderbird, thanks to Marley, who rented this car for my birthday, actually. But given the opportunity, I thought that we could just check it out a little bit, go for a cruise, talk about the history, and yada, yada, yada.
Hello there. Welcome to this episode of Cars and Bars featuring Marlena Gish. Here's my assistant.
Assistant? The Thunderbird came to the scene in February 1953, just a month after the Corvette debuted. It was Ford's response to the Corvette, and it was under like really rapid development to get this to market. And when it finally came out officially the next year with a planned launch date, I think in October 1954, Ford had already started marketing it different than the Corvette, whereas Corvette was a sports car. This is a personal luxury vehicle. When it came out for 1955, it outsold Corvette about 17-1 or something like that year, in large part because Ford actually offered a V8. I think this has a 292 in it. And Chevy was still just pushing a straight 6 in their little 2-seater fiberglass sports car. So this gave you a lot more power, and it ultimately inspired the people at Chevrolet to finally give that car a V8, which really led to its establishment as America's sports car. And it still is to this day to many people. However, the Thunderbird has a much different story. As a lot of you know, for 1955, 6, and 7, it was a 2-seat sports car. But the next year, really under Robert McNamara's direction, it grew by 2 seats and about 2 feet. So it became a 4-seat personal luxury vehicle. Well, I guess at that point it was a family luxury vehicle. But it really helped the Thunderbird sales immensely. Again, I think they doubled from 57 to 58. And just continued to push about 100,000 of these a year for the next few years. So they've made the Thunderbird every year consecutively from 55 up through 1997. There was a short hiatus, and then in 2002 a retro version showed back up, the 11th generation of the Thunderbird, and it was built to look similar to this. Now, it does it, sure, in a very 2002 sort of way, but it was a time when the Volkswagen Beetle was coming out, the Plymouth Prowler was on the market, the PT Cruiser was coming around, the SSR from Chevrolet. There's a real retro movement going on in the auto industry, and Ford tried to capitalize on that. Fortunately, sales did not really hit the mark, and that car only lasted 3 years. Today, there's no such thing as the Thunderbird. It is extinct.
What was the top dance move of 1955?
Oh, show us.
I don't know. Do any of our viewers know?
You're gonna get it, this.
Comment below on what was hot in 1955.
My lovely fiance has commandeered the vehicle, so I guess we'll just do the rest of this little bit with her sitting inside. Should make for some fun editing. But so this particular model, it is a 55 Ford Thunderbird, first year of it, and this one is equipped with the 292 V8 and a 2-speed automatic transmission. Driving this car up and down the road, it's so easy. It's like driving anything that's on a dealership lot today, honestly. Doesn't have any quirks that I've really figured out yet. The one thing that is a little strange is looking through the curved glass windshield. It's not quite proportional to what's actually on the other side of the glass. But you adjust quickly. And then also, the steering wheel is so big, it makes it hard to move your foot from the gas pedal to the brake. You almost have to use both your feet to drive this car. It's also equipped with power brakes and power steering. Makes it very simple to drive. Glides down the road pretty easy. This car does have a few aftermarket add-ons, such as the radio, which now has a cassette player in it, which wouldn't have been around in the 50s, but I'm really okay with that. It makes the car a lot more easy to enjoy and more fun just in your day-to-day cruising. But one of the things that is original is the clock, which is still ticking. And speaking of clocks, here's a hit that topped the charts in 1955.
By Bill Haley and his Comets. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on and join me, hun. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Is this a lift for Marley?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. It's cold. We came prepared. We have 2 pairs of gloves. We have a hand warmer. And we have a scarf that doubles as a blanket. And you can't see them, but we also have extra socks and extra tights because we are prepared.
Because obviously you have the opportunity to drive a removable hardtop convertible. You gotta leave the hardtop at home.
Absolutely. Cars, bars, and places to... Oh, I'm filming. Hello.
Film the sign, film the sign.
Film the sign, film the sign. Got it. I'm filming the sign. Where are we, darling?
We're in Edison, Washington, a small town in the northern part of Skagit Valley. I believe it was founded in 1869. Named after some guy named Edison, probably.
Here we go. You got your, I don't know what kind of food place that is, but you got your restaurants. You got Mariposa. You got Old Edison Inn. You got a store with cool art. I think it's a gallery. You got another gallery. You got a bread shop, a cafe, a cool place with like artisan goods and kids checking it out. You got
the Longhorn.
You got your Amazon Prime truck.
Oh boy.
You got Longhorn,
Inescapable.
which is a great little restaurant. You got the Lucky Dumpster, which has really, really cool stuff, crafts and handmade things. Hello. You got nice people. You got lots of cars.
It's way too busy.
You got...
There's like 500 people that live here and 500,000 that come here every day for the scones.
Look at that cute house.
I think it's really important to remember that cars were built to be driven. Today people baby classic vehicles like they're supposed to be stuck in a garage or trailered around, when in reality these things were mass produced in huge numbers for people just like you and me to drive and beat on and go to church or go to the grocery store and just cruise. There's only so much time left to really enjoy these vehicles because there's a good chance we're gonna be out of gasoline. And then what? What's gonna happen? All these cars, they're just gonna sit in the museum somewhere. We're gonna have to like make some other like type of gas to run through the engines. Probably not, whatever. We'll all be dead by then, so we don't have to worry about it. But if you have the chance to drive old cars, do it, because this is what being a car enthusiast is all about. Just drive history every day.